Hey there, guys. Video Psych here. So I wanted to make this video before the end of the year. Jeez, I cannot talk. And this event happened after I was, of course, in the school when I was younger through my kindergarten till 5th grade. And then 6th grade came and I was homeschooled for 4.5 years. And then for a year and a half, I was in a school full of women that was a Christian school. There was only a few other guys, and the rest were just women, no joke. And if you want to look back, you can also watch that video about me and my experience being in that school. And it seriously was just a year and a half, and it was like seriously fucking hell. Like I seriously actually couldn't even sit next to women in that school without them trying to accuse me of having sex with them sometimes, actually. But moving forward after that experience, I come back to this original school that originally said that I was mentally handicapped in the first place. In fact, if you didn't see before, what happened was that at first they were just going to put me in what they called the resource room or special ed. They just tended to call this resource room because they didn't want kids at the time to know that it was actually the special ed's room, but it was also used to be the resource room. And so, small towns have all these fucking names for places. What can I say? So I come back to the school, and me and my father show them, hey, I've got good grades. I'm doing just fine in school. Can we come back to the school and can I, take class with the kids, with the regular kids and not be in the special ed class, etc., And so they're like, well, yeah, we see you have good grades and everything. So yeah, sure. We'll let you, not take the special ed class, blah, blah, and we'll let you join the school, etc. And so of course, yay, I got to be with the regular classmates again. And, I wasn't in a Christian school full of women anymore, which I was so glad about at the time, let me tell you. And then, so yeah, it was just kind of regular, go to school, go back home, etc. from there. But it was also really weird how, just seeing all those people that I used to know when I was younger, because most of them were actually still there. And you see, in small towns, lots of people tend to just kind of stay there. And so most of the people that I had known in the past were they were still there. And every now and then some girl would come, maybe in the hallway, be like, hey, Blake. And I'm just like, who the fuck are, oh, wait, it's that one lady. Yeah, I used to know her. And so, yeah, it was kind of strange at first. And some of them I even still recognized. And there's at least a few of them that look very different. But, I was still able to kind of recognize most of them at least. And so, yeah, at one point I went to track. I did, the track meets and everything while I was going through homeschool. And this was in my junior year before my senior year. So this is halfway through the year. And so I would say not really anything big happened, which in a way was a good change at the time because right before I had been there, again, I had been through a really shitty school full of women that were not very nice to me. And sometimes they even got abusive at times. And so when I got to this school, I was just like, I'm taking a break from talking to any women for a bit. Of course, it was nothing against women, but after just going through that experience for a year and a half like that, I just really did need a break from all of the stupid bullshit. And so, yeah, and of course, eventually the guys took notice that I wasn't really talking to the women much. And they're always asking me, "Hey, which one do you like the most?" And which one, blah blah. Which one do you want? Which one of these girls over here do you like? And I don't know. Some of them were probably starting to think I was gay or something. But yeah, I'm definitely not gay, by the way. But yeah, I mean, definitely some of them definitely look pretty. I mean, they were definitely prettier than the women that I was seeing in the last school. I mean, geez, I think a lot of mothers just dressed the women in my last school. No offense, even though there's a lot more of them. I swear to God, like yeah, most of the women in that school were not pretty. But there was at least a fair amount of pretty women in this coming back to this school. Let me tell you. But it's kind of like I said, I really did need a break. Oh my god, from that kind of drama, I really did. And just going to class and everything, and man, it was just a really strange experience. Actually, if anything, coming back to the same school after being homeschooled and then going through the whole school full of women, it really did change my perspective. It changed me. I was not really the same person that I used to be. I was in some ways the same person, but I was also very different at the same time. I did not agree with a lot of things that the guys would say about the women anymore. And I also didn't talk about the women behind their backs anymore. Like I remember this one time, just for an example, I was at lunchtime with the guys, and one of the women was talking to one of the guys, and then she left, and then went to the her table for her little girlfriends or whatever, and then one of the guys said, "Hey, that lady wants your dick," or something like that, and then I was just like, "Oh my god, if we were," and then they're kind of like, "What's wrong, Blake?" And I was like, "Nothing, nothing. Just I agree." But I was just thinking at the time, man, if they said that at the school full of women that I was in, they would have been in big fucking trouble. That they would have had a bunch of women throwing shit at them as they came back to school the next day or something. Like they would have been in deep shit with the women at that school for saying something like that if word got out that they said something like that, which it probably would actually. But yeah, I gotta say, it was just different having like just I would say something closer to a normal school experience. Like just man, my outlook on life just had changed so much. And so it made it so awkward. It made it so awkward coming back to the school for a year and a half, just having that normal school experience. My God. Man, what else is there to say, really, though? Because I would say this is at the same time, it was a good break, but at the same time, it was also kind of the most boring part of my school year, or my high school, should I say. Probably the only other significant thing that I could talk to you about is maybe some of the stuff that happened in my senior year, though. And I, of course, was still going back to the school. They got rid of A and B days, so we had to just stay busy with our fucking homework and all that bullshit. And at one point, I quit cross country because I was just tired of doing it. And my father didn't like that. But it was also my senior year, I figured out because I took, because I went to that Christian school full of women, the point system is different with the Christian school, right? And so because due to politics, what happened is that I was not able to graduate at first because of it. So, because the points didn't count with that school because of the point difference system. My God. Of course, after I left high school, I just got my GED, and that was better than what I would have gotten anyway. So it's not like it was really that big of a deal. But at the same time, I was still pretty damn pissed off because, that Christian school, it had a very advanced curriculum. And so after doing all of that work and everything, it really was just a waste of time. It really was. It's like I might as well have just taken a whole year and a half off from doing school and it would have been the same results. No joke. So yeah, that really was full of shit. And there were even some people saying shit to me like, or asking me shit like, "Oh, what if you just took another year?" I'm just like, I'm not taking another year. I'm not doing another year of this shit. I'm not doing another year. I'll just go to college, get my GED. No more. No more. Oh my god. That was just so fucking bad, let me tell you. But yeah. But yeah, after I figured that out, I'd say close to halfway through the year, I I didn't even do things like go to prom that year in my senior year because I was just like, fuck it, you know? I I just was like, I'm just gonna do my time through my senior year and that's it. And of course, my classmates, some of them were crying because, it's like, oh, I'm leaving high school. Especially the popular ones, of course. And me, I was just like, man, I just want to get the fuck out of here. I just I want to see the world a bit more than than even I had at the time. And I was just like, man, I just want to get the fuck out. And so as the senior year ended, and we were doing our walk, I at least got to walk, with my class and everything, and be like, hey, everybody, and then sat there waiting for all the awards to be sent out. And of course, the whole time we're doing the graduation ceremony, I'm just like, I just don't even fucking care. I don't even care about the graduation party. I just want to get the fuck out of here. I've done my time. Now high school is ending, and I really just don't give a shit. I just wanted to get the fuck out. I'm just like, man, I just want to be an adult. I'm tired of this childish bullshit. I just want to be an adult and move out of my parents' house, etc. And again, I didn't even care about a graduation party at the time, which we didn't have because I didn't officially graduate. But I was just like, whatever. So after the ceremony, I hugged a couple people that I liked, maybe at best, said goodbye to them, and then I left the school. And of course, that was my last day of school, basically, in this high school. I was just like, yeah, see you guys later. And I didn't talk to any of them since, except for maybe a few rare occasions that I saw anybody from my high school. I did talk to them maybe for a bit, for moments, but, you know. But if I taught anybody from high school anything that is going through if you are going through your senior year, just let me tell you from experience, just fucking move on. Don't give a shit. Except for maybe maybe your best friends from high school, maybe care about them, but otherwise just fucking move on. Let me tell you, just fucking move on. Don't give a shit. That's the best advice I can give to you. If you're going through high school and you're about to graduate, let me tell you something. It's don't be sad about it. It's a good thing. Just graduate and get the fuck out. It's possibly one of the best things that's ever going to happen to you. Let me tell you something. But with that being said, we're almost 15 minutes here, and so I'll just end it right here. And so, yeah, like I said, not really that big of a story here to tell you. And yeah, if you haven't seen that video about, what it was like to be in a school full of women, you can look down below and you can see it, etc. I'm not going to put it in the description here. I'm just whatever. If you really want to see it, you can look for it. It's not hard to find at all. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.